Picture the scene. It's here a long time ago, and you look up. It's a normal day, but then you hear some noises. You turn, you look out to the firth, and you see a long line of ships coming in. The name of this place, the Cromarty Firth. The type of ship, naval ship. This is Cromarty Harbour. The original part was designed in the 1770s, and it was improved several times over the following centuries. Also, by the way, there's oil rigs, and it was first recommended by Thomas Telford, the person who designed most of the harbours, not this one because we're too cool for him, in 1801. So the plans for a naval base go that far back. It was here that the Battle of Jemimaville took place, which was between Britain and nobody, because we're just that good at knowing things. We thought we saw a submarine when in fact it was a dolphin, and so we proceeded to open fire on Jemimaville, the town behind me, which I can't show for people reasons, and yeah, a house got destroyed. And they gave the baby a rattle as compensation. Sounds fair to me! Out there is the buoy that marks the place where the Natal sank. Where is it? There it is. Where the Natal sank. The Natal was launched on the 30th of September 1905. It helped escort King George V to India for his ceremony that marked him as Emperor of India. It sank out there on the 30th of December 1915 during the First World War, after 10 years, 3 months. Yeah, 10 years and 3 months of service before sinking there to an internal explosion. It is here in Invergordon where, in the 1930s, when the Home Fleet returned, that the Invergordon Mutiny was held. It was due to a 10% pay cut that they only learnt about in the newspapers here in Invergordon and over in Cromarty on the other side of the firth. And they decided to mutiny. 5 ships were meant to sail that day, and only 1 ship, Repulse, ended up sailing. The others stayed exactly where they were. The mutiny continued for another day. Even Royal Marines joined in. It's not just the Navy who had a connection here. Both the military and the Air Force had a connection here too. And to explore the military, we need to go up there. Now we begin the 100 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Many more to go. So, along here, just gonna zoom in for you, is the North Suitor, one of the 2 main things in defence. Of course, I've already talked about, I think, the fence that came there. I think it's marked by that boy, probably didn't do that properly. There are military places, the military kind of huts on the North Suitor. The most prominent one is just along from us where we are now. We've climbed the South Suitor and we'll be seeing it. These are some of the buildings that were used during the war for the army, who were guarding the fleet mainly. We're now going down. Oh, don't. Just going down. I'm gonna show you something. I think there might be another. Alright, I'm going. Am I sure this is a good idea? We'll be. I feel like Indiana Jones. Look, it's just become a dumping ground they were last used. First, Second World War. Sorry, I got incredibly scared of something on the wall there. I'll be right back. You probably can't see a thing, neither can I. But in there is part of the bunker where those zeppelins came. Got shelled. But for now we should probably move on. It's incredibly terrifying, this place. I can't really go in there. Mainly because it's like this. I can't put torch on or anything. So yeah, that's a problem. This is one of the concrete buildings that RAF Everton built in 1922 to help when the Royal Navy's home fleet was stationed in the Cromarty Firth. And it was used to launch spy balloons in the 1950s while it should have closed in 1947. It was also used for secret flights as well as the spy balloons during the Cold War. It is currently used as something, and there's a Tesco lorry going to it. Highly flammable. That's why we didn't bring our camera over there. Now bring those thoughts that you've been imagining this whole documentary out of your head and look around you. It's a beautiful place, but dotted with landmarks. Not very obvious ones, but landmarks nonetheless, to show that this used to be one of the most important areas war-wise. In the half a century before the 1950s, it was probably one of the most important areas military-wise in the entire country, except maybe Scapa Flow in Orkney, in the Orkney Islands. But now, you can sit back and enjoy the view for as long as you want, until it begins to rain. Supposed to be here even though we weren't. This is one of the concrete buildings at RAF Edinburgh, which was built in 1922. This is one of the concrete buildings at RAF Everton.